You are live. BobaTalks Gaming, what's up? Atomic Turtle, what's up? Frosty, Frey, all the usual faces already. Well done, guys. Thank you for joining the stream. Nova, I'm recognizing almost every name that is dropping in the stream. Stepful, if Gotham got cancelled, would you only post Arrowverse vids? I'm kind of doing like a range. For example, I'm trying to get a video out tomorrow, and it's gonna be and a Flash video. So if it got cancelled, no, I'm trying to do everything and everything. So like, not just DC, but Marvel too. I want to do more stuff. So, do I watch all of the Arrowverse shows? Yes, I do. Hello, Pat. Wow, quite a few people have dropped. I think it's probably because the Joker thing in the title. I just wanted to talk about with you guys the possible ways Cameron Monaghan can still be playing the Joker. Because I do, and if you're watching this on playback, welcome. Don't worry if you didn't make it to this stream, because this is going to be more of like I feel like an easier video to listen back to. Like, we're going to initially talk about obviously the Jerome Joker theories, and then afterwards it's going to be, I guess, a little bit of a Q&A. I'm not sure how long this is going to go on. Unsalted Platypus, this is the first stream of yours that I've watched. I swear I recognize your name. Hello, Jalen. No, so it turns out, guys, just a side question as well. Gotham is coming back March 1st. It turns out David Mazouz did accidentally leak that information a little bit early. Because we spoke about this a few weeks ago, I think, on the live stream. But obviously, as I theorized as well, shortly after that, they have now released the official release date, which is March 1st. So it's not February, it is March. But yeah. So I wanted to talk about a couple of possible ways Jerome, well, not Jerome, but Cameron Monaghan could still be playing the Joker. But mainly, I'm going to be looking at what you guys are saying in the live chat in terms of ways you think Cameron can still be the Joker. And I guess we'll just talk about it, and because that's what this is all about, I suppose. Hello, Juice. I can't remember what you said. Let me have a little scroll up. Jerome sucks. Triggering those Jerome fans, especially in this stream, jeez. But I haven't slept yet, so I'm gonna go sleep soon. But I'll stick around for a bit. No worries, Frosty. Nobody has to stay here. So one of the popular ways people think Jerome can still be a Joker, and it could work this way, but I'm not so sure how I feel about this, because I think one of the executive producers, do not hold my word to this, John Stevens, said that scene at the end of, was it season 2? Where the busload of freaks, or should I say metahumans or whatever, came out. Obviously, we heard the Jerome laugh, or the Cameron Monaghan Joker laugh. And, you know, if you get the picture up, I should have prepared better for this stream. You can see Cameron's ginger hair. You can see him in a bathrobe. And some people are thinking that could... That happens. It's my mic. I really need to fix the USB bit. As soon as I knock it, it just goes. It goes completely gone. I see offline. Gotham is silencing him. Leaking the correct Jerome theories. Honestly, I don't know if the clone thing... Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying at the end of season 2, correct me if I'm wrong, I might be remembering wrong, we saw AKA the other Cameron or the other Jerome coming out of that bus. We never saw that person again, because the Jerome that got resurrected was the one in the chamber with the stab in his neck. However, do you guys really think that this... Well, that was Jerome? Was it more of like a red herring teasing everyone? I don't know, because they could go with that. That clone could, you know, have sort of a blank slate, no memories, but just still have the Jerome attitude and you know, basically his personality. So they could keep it as he has no memories, he has no origin technically since he's a clone. But, you know, he would still have Jerome's craziness, I guess, because he would be essentially the same person. But I don't know. I just feel like it would be quite a cheap... I feel like it would be... I need to take my glasses off, the reflection. I just feel like it'd be quite a cheap kind of knockoff way. of doing it, just because it works, but I feel like it's kind of lame. But I want to know what you guys think. So let me know what you think right now in the comment or the live chat about what you think of the end of season 2, Jerome coming out of the Fish Mooney bus theory being the actual Joker when Cameron Monaghan dies. Could potentially die at the end of this season. Jerome Valeska, that is. Because you could argue, since David Mazouz said in that interview, I think he said he's definitely not the Joker. He's definitely He's definitely the inspiration for the Joker, like quote unquote. So you could argue that clone takes inspiration from himself out there. Jerome Valeska dies. Joker comes out, as the same person. I think that works, but it's just not great, Yeah, like Juice says, although I don't like the clone theory, that tease at the end of season 2 always bugged the hell out of me. Thought it was a huge mistake that they did. Yeah, they should have ideally picked up the Jerome storyline with that Jerome coming out the bus, I feel. The thing about Thomas Brammer says, copycat clone, there is only one Jerome. The only thing is, I don't necessarily agree with that. This clone technically wouldn't necessarily be a copycat. I mean, he would be drawing inspiration from his original self, but he technically is, Jerome Valeska, except he's a clone. So you could argue when Jerome Valeska dies, if he were to die, this is just a Jerome that's been out there in Gotham ever since. Maybe, yeah, he's taken inspiration from him. You could say that's a copycat, but since he's technically the same person, the same genetics, the same DNA, you could argue that that version of Jerome, that clone from Indian Hill, emerges as the Joker. But I'm not so sure. It is definitely a bit of like a crappy kind of way to do it. I rather Jerome would have just been the freaking Joker, but I think there is some intelligent writing around it. I really need to be careful of not knocking my mic again. But anyway, I've probably missed a few comments that I'm going to try and read back. Yeah, I've seen some Ace Chemical stuff. So Unsalted Platypus says, Penguin and Jerome try to carry out a job at Ace Chemicals and get caught by security guards. They attempt to escape. Penguin escapes. Jerome gets knocked in the vat of chemicals. So I'll quickly address that. In terms of the vat of chemicals thing, I don't think that necessarily needs to happen in Gotham. If they figure out a way to do it, great. But in terms of Jerome Valeska, for example, our Jerome Valeska still remaining, still continuing to be alive, but being reborn through the chemical vat as the Joker, I don't think it necessarily needs to happen. He's already got like pale skin technically. He's already got the freaking smile. The only thing that he's already crazy. The only thing that chemical vat would give him is green hair. So I feel like they've kind of it's the chemical vat storyline, as awesome as that is, it is not, I don't think it's necessary. I feel like that would be kind of, even though it's an awesome original story, they've given everything that the chemical vat gives that human being before he becomes a Joker to Cameron Jerome Valeska already. So that's why I don't think that will happen. If it does, and they do it cool, then fair enough. I just want to see a few more comments. By the way, I just want a disclaimer. Like, if I don't read out your comment, you guys should know by now, it's because I'm already replying to, like, let's say this one, and then all these comments go past, and then I've missed them all. But I do try and, No, yeah, Cameron did, blessed Yuki said, Cameron corrected David, though. He said it wasn't, he said, like, in his opinion, like, I wouldn't call it an inspiration, more a, I can't remember what the tweet said, but in Cameron's opinion, it wasn't like an inspiration, more of a, I can't remember the tweet. Yeah, that's correct, Jalen. Boba, to be honest, I thought the writers forgot about that moment in season 2, so it never really crossed my mind that they would return to that bus scene. So I can't remember where I read it, but they did say somebody, whether it's one of the executive producers or one of the writers, I think they did kind of toss out that end of season 2, well, the ending of season 2 with that, all those metahumans coming out of the bus. But that could be a lie, They could have been planning all along to kind of make that the actual Joker, since he would have Jerome's personality except no previous memories or something. Or at least Jerome's craziness, so he'd be the Joker. They could easily write that in. They could easily say freaking Jerome dies. Oh, but we've already got this other human being without the face being cut off as, Jerome. But that's kind of what I like about the end of season 2 scene. It would bring back the Joker without the face cut off, and just, basically the season 1, season 2 Jerome before he died. I really hope they get all of his stuff done in the first 3 episodes back. I don't want this to drag on to the finale. And that's one thing I will say to all of you guys as well. I think it's going to be the first couple of episodes, but I think Jerome, considering that I think Cameron might have wrapped up filming for Jerome Valeska now slash the Joker scenes. I think he's going to be in a lot more than 3 episodes. Not like maybe a lot more, but I think he's going to be... It might only be 3 or 4. But he might only be in like the first 2 episodes, coming back in March or something like that. And then he'll be back in like 16, 17, 18 or something like that. But I think he might possibly be in 3 at least, but maybe more. I think maybe even 4 or 5. Because for all we know, it might be the last time Cameron's playing him. But who knows? It might be the last time. It might be the last season that Gotham gets. But we'll have to wait and see. Well, that's the question. Luke Churchill says, not about Jerome, but do you think the metahumans from the bus will return? That is a good question. It's whether if they even acknowledge that bus scene. As I said, I don't know if they have chucked it out or if they haven't, or if they've sort of retconned it through just saying it never happened. That was a mistake of our writing. But yeah, there's every reason, for some of the bus metas to come back, because that technically did happen in season 3. Fish gathered some of the metahumans coming out of that bus, so you could argue, because I remember at the time people were like, oh, but where's Jerome? We got that tease when he came out of the bus, but obviously he wasn't a part of Fish's gang at the time. But yeah, I don't know. I'll talk about Scarecrow, I think, in a separate video. As for the actor, honestly, I don't know anything about him. I really don't know a single thing. Maybe I'd recognize him if somebody said he's been in something that I might have watched, but I don't know anything about him. But I think I have faith in the Gotham casting people because they've cast quite a few good roles on the show. So I think if they would have cast this dude, then I'm sure they did a good job, but at the same time, it's quite last minute, so it might not be what we like compared to the previous Scarecrow actor. Frey, I'm just trying to think of a theory of how he will become the Joker, but keep in mind, Bruce is still really young. It would not be right if he becomes the Joker right away. Well, what everyone needs to... I completely respect that, but what everyone needs to sort of bear in mind as well is that Gotham truly is its own universe, so, they can do things differently like this. So, for example, the Joker could kind of be teased by the end of this season, but then kind of, I don't know, get lost for like the next few seasons, if that makes sense. They're doing the Dark Knight stuff quite early on in terms of his vigilante career, so you could argue, well, that's what I liked with what Gotham was doing with Jerome Valeska, like a guy who was just going crazy, kind of in a Heath Ledger approach. But who knows what the hell they're doing. Jew says, thoughts on Iris being the Flash? In terms of that, I wanted to make a separate video about that, but in terms of it, I'm a bit on board with what everyone else is thinking. I'm kind of hoping that it's not the Iris West that we've got like right now on the show. First and foremost, I think it's unnecessary. I don't think fans like it. Well, they don't. Not a lot of fans anyway. But as they are doing it, I'm hoping it's like an alternative Iris, or what Paigey and the other YouTubers have said, rather than our Team Flash Iris, because that would trigger me a little bit. But I want to ask, does anybody have any other thoughts on, how Cameron Monaghan can still be playing the Joker, but, keeping true to the words of the producers and everyone else, Cameron Monaghan, David Mazouz, saying that Jerome Valeska isn't the Joker? Do you think it is quite simply, Jerome Valeska isn't the Joker because, oh, he's Jerome Valeska, so he hasn't got that identity yet, but technically Jerome Valeska is the Joker? Or do you think they literally mean Jerome Valeska isn't the Joker, he's going to die, but that doesn't mean the clone won't be Jerome Valeska? Or do you mean, or do you think the third option where Jerome Valeska isn't the Joker because he might die and there is literally a copycat, another dude playing him? I personally honestly think I personally, honestly think another guy won't be playing him. When Cameron said that this next guy, in his tweet, he definitely just means the Joker version of himself, not actually another actor. That's the way I'm taking it anyway. Jurassic Dork 1993 says, I honestly have no clue. The clone theory, as far-fetched as it is, would make the most sense. And that's what I think as well. I hate to admit it. But in terms of what I've thought of so far, the clone theory does have the most kind of background to it. In terms of what all those metahumans walking out of Indian Hill. I mean, if anyone can come up with anything better right now, then fair enough. Yeah, that's the other most realistic thing as well of what Juice from the box just said. I think they're doing the technically he isn't the Joker, which is kind of cheap. So that's what I think as well. It's either going to be like the clone, because that does make a lot of sense, but it's just not amazing, but it does work. Or Jerome Valeska technically isn't the Joker because he just hasn't been reborn into that new persona. He's just crazy at the minute. He's just Jerome, but, you know. The only thing I like about the clone theory is the fact that it will give that other version of Jerome no identity. He's technically not Jerome. He is a John Doe. He is, you know, the fingerprints and all that jazz. Well, technically a clone would be the same, I'm guessing. But you could argue the Joker's traditional origin traits would be reset with that clone of Jerome. That's what I like about the copycat clone. But as Flame Alligator just says, copycat clone, I don't necessarily look at that as the end of season 2 Jerome clone, if that is actually a thing, as a copycat, because he will have the exact same, I don't know, brain chemistry as Jerome. He'll be just a crazy psychopath like Jerome. So I don't think he's so much a copycat. I think that would just be literally a clone kind of version of him. And yeah, he'll be inspired by everything his original self has done. That makes sense, but yeah. Sorry, I'm not shutting up. I'm not reading out your questions. Jalen says, I think it's a matter of Jerome figuring out who he is, fair enough, and what kind of legacy he believes he could leave behind. Think of that scene in 2 or 3 when he was talking to his dad before he killed him. That's very true. I completely agree. That's very possible. Stepful, as of why I'm not uploading loads of videos right now is because I've just got some problems with my hands still. So I'm live streaming quite a bit, but I'm not covering like all the shows just because I can't do it as much as everyone else. I would love to, and I hope to get back to that, but I just can't right now. But tomorrow I should be bringing out a Flash video on like Speed Force symbols, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I would do Legends videos if I ever get time or if I ever get around to it, you know. Do you think we'll have the green hair and at all in this season, or a full-blown Joker? I honestly don't know the answer to the green hair thing, but they have more or less kind of confirmed that the actual Joker is being introduced by the end of this season. Because David Mizu said, however, like the way the way Gotham have introduced the Joker is one of the most brilliant things, or the birth of the Joker is one of the most brilliant things Gotham has ever done. So insinuating that the Joker is happening one way or another by the end of season 4. Like, it may not be fully fledged, but at least the birth. So not Jerome's mimic or like, you know, characteristic like traits of the Joker, but full blown freaking Joker. Drew says, personally, I think Gotham has done enough damage to the Jerome Joker that any outcome won't be satisfying. I agree. As amazing as what they did do with it, or should I say what Cameron did with it, there was some proper nuggets like of joy and kind of fanboy out kind of thing. But yeah, as an overall thing, whether it is the writing or whether it's, you know, the whole right thing, I honestly don't know with that. Yeah, I think it is more of a writing F-up. They have kind of spoiled that storyline. They could have gone with quite a good route, but, you know. Gothamite says, I think he will get into a freak accident. Something will happen, like he loses his memory and is reborn as the Joker. That's why he's not Jerome. That's true. That's very plausible. I honestly would prefer it if... I just want the John Doe aspect to him. I want the aspect of... For example, I don't want David Mizu's Bruce Wayne to know that the Joker he's fighting against one day is like, oh, you're Jerome. Oh, yeah, you're the Joker now, but you used to be Jerome. I don't want that. You could argue that is kind of like like the Jack Napier Batman, sort of, the Jack Napier Joker versus Batman. You could argue, oh yeah, he used to be this thug, and I know they take quite a lot of elements from not only the Dark Knight but also Tim Burton's Batman. But I honestly want the mystery element to the origin. That's where the clone would work out. Yeah, if they did that, Juice. If they did that, then I would. Oh, that would not be good. That would completely. I would feel so sorry for Cameron, to be honest. And they would also be literally pulling the pin on the grenade on the show, quite literally. So, I noticed you, Bald Sword. I don't know if you've said anything before. Yeah, that's the whole kind of technically thing. Maybe Joker is to Jerome as Riddler is to Ed. True, as I said, it's the whole Jack Napier Joker thing. Just like, oh, my name was Jerome Valestica before, but now I'm the Joker. Something like that. I don't know. Because obviously, if they do the whole technically thing, that works perfectly as well. Because Jerome has been getting, he's been getting more and more crazier. The development's been there. So why not give himself an alias or something like that? However, David Mazouz, you could argue he's just completely defending the show. He is very confident, and he truly believes that the birth of the Joker in Gotham is truly one of the best things Gotham has ever done. And Cameron's saying it's both traditional yet and new. I hope it is as good as they say it is, What's up, Zamora? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's very true. Toxic Gamer says, yes, but remember when David said Harley would be in season 3 finale, and now this I don't know what to help. That was John Stevens' F up. John Stevens took complete responsibility for saying that Harley Quinn would be coming at the end of season 3. Yeah, 3. And then obviously he obviously had a conversation with David at some point, and then David obviously tweeted it. But yeah. I never understood why TV and the film universes needed to limit each other from using certain characters. The only exception, I know what you mean. This is the thing. There is a whole element of rights on the show, and I kind of get it. It's like, for example, you didn't really get Superman on Supergirl until season 2 was it? Because of that whole thing. It's the same thing with the Joker. They wanted to put him in the big screen. I think there definitely is a little bit of an element to that. So I think they can do Joker-esque things and stuff like that, but they couldn't necessarily call him the Joker straight away. They might have been able to do it now. So for example, they might have already filmed the moment where Jerome says, "Oh, I'm the Joker." Or at least throws down a Joker card right at, I don't know, episode 19. But I don't know if they'll use the word the Joker. But it'll be so abundantly obvious to the audience that that was the birth of the Joker. It is pretty petty, why can't you do both? But I guess they're kind of paranoid about if one thing fails, they could be like, oh, but we never said that was the Joker. So, our DCU version is awesome, even though a lot of people think Jared Leto isn't. But you could argue the Elseworlds Joker origin film, if that's still happening. That Jerome that died in 203 was really a clone, and they still have Jerome lurking somewhere. So that's a reverse of the clone situation. That's fair enough. We need more Professor Pig. I completely agree. I definitely think, some people say that Laszlo wasn't Professor Pig, but I definitely think it was. And I do think he survived. It couldn't be, to me, more obvious that the fact that they revealed the whole titanium plates and then, he got shot in the face means, Gotham, as we know, in my opinion, the biggest weakness to this show is, well, there's a few weaknesses, but one of the biggest, at least, is the fact that they kill characters off and then bring them back. That makes Deathloop meaningless, amongst other things, and I think that's what they've done with Professor Pig, but if we'll ever see him again, then who knows. Do you think Jerome is more loved than Jared Leto in Suicide Squad? I think definitely yes, in the terms of, the fan base compared to the DCU fan base. There's probably a lot of people out there who don't know what Gotham is. But if you're talking about true like just the Joker fan base, so people who probably would be aware of like the Gotham TV show plus the MCU, the DCEU with Jared Leto's Joker. I definitely think like people prefer Cameron Monaghan's Joker, even though we haven't got the fully fledged Joker on the show. Even I do. He embodies the character a lot better. As simple as that. I definitely defended Jared Leto's Joker. Like over time, like it's got a lot worse to me, like more apparent. But I still kind of appreciate what he tried to do with it. But yeah, in terms of like if you lined up Jokers like Heath Ledger, Cameron Monaghan, Jared Leto, compared Jared Leto to Cameron Monaghan, you would have to say, for me personally, Cameron Monaghan's the better Joker. Biggest question: if Gotham ever gets cancelled, what do you think you'll cover after that? Honestly, everything else that I'm wanting to be doing right now. So my videos have changed in a similar way to yours, Juice. I've said it before in live streams, but obviously I haven't been doing videos because of my hands properly. But if you look at my past like 4 or 5 videos, I think they might all be Gotham, to be fair. But they're more just like videos that come out of the episodes, so or like out of the trailers. So where has Poison Ivy been? And then I address, what we've seen in that episode 12 preview. I want to do the same thing with The Flash and other shows. Instead of reviewing and doing trailer breakdowns, I want to do stuff like, what are the Speed Force symbols? And will they be key to defeating the Thinker? Stuff like that. That's more creative rather than just being like, bloody blah blah blah, review. Oh, trailer breakdown. Oh, news update. Stuff like that. It's relentless. It is relentless. But yeah, as my hands are a bit messed up in a minute, I'm just kind of sticking to Gotham until I can do more. But yeah, I'm not exactly reviewing at the minute. But I might do trailer reactions for Gotham, just because I know the fan base is quite big for it. On this channel, at least. It's obviously the niche I've got for this channel compared to like the other DC TV shows. They should have let Cameron play the Joker in Suicide Squad. I mean, that just wouldn't have worked for loads of different reasons. Just, TVs to movies and blah, 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 blah. They should never do that. Connor James, how are you, Boba? You were in pain last time I saw you went live. Hope your hands get sorted. It's kind of getting a little bit better, but that's only because I haven't been using them as much. I've been going to the gym quite a bit, so I'm trying to get like a bit more fit, seeing if that helps. But thanks for asking. I really appreciate that. I hope you're okay too. I'm just really excited to see what happens with the story of Jerome and for the rest of us, Gotham City, especially Penguin. Yeah, good old... Why did they get rid of the old Scarecrow actor? I haven't looked into it too much. It could be a whole bunch of different reasons. Somebody might mention it in the comments. It could just be... I think it was like a scheduling thing or something like that. I can't remember what it is. I can't remember. April says, I have a theory that Jerome is now Clayface, and that's why we have not seen him, and the real Jerome's Joker is locked up. That could, you never know, it could happen. I don't personally think that's Clayface, even though we haven't seen Clayface in a little while. Get everyone to tweet at Cameron so you and Cameron can have an interview. That would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be really cool to get a little interview with Cameron. I mean, obviously, I couldn't ask him very abundantly obvious questions that I know he's not allowed to answer. But that would be really cool to do, like, after all the episodes. Yeah, I know that Gotham Returns March 1st. I mean, we were talking about it weeks ago when David Mazouz posted on his Instagram story. No, he replied to someone saying March 1st. Thank you very much for the super chat, Decalibrate. I really appreciate that, buddy. I will add you into my top super chats for the next live stream, because at the minute this is just all down there. I need to add a couple of other names. I need to go back through my other super chats as well, but this is like top super chats of 2018, so I will add you to it. So thank you very much, Decalibrate, for your super chat. Honestly, in terms of actors, like, so people asking me, Augustine saying, what do you think of the new Scarecrow actor? I don't like it that much. Actors can be surprising, honestly. Think about, I always use, things like people were like crapping themselves about, or just angry at Heath Ledger being the thought of him being the Joker character, but then look how amazing he turned out to be now. Obviously, that's not quite the comparison to the new Scarecrow actor, but who knows? I understand why people are worried about it, because you're obviously very used to the previous actor. But for all you know, you might prefer this new Scarecrow. You honestly might. So let me see, Boardsword. I'm sorry about that, my friend. This is what I mean. Like, I miss comments all the time. The only thing I didn't see before is, why don't you notice my comments? I don't notice them because of all of these other comments. If they make Jerome the Joker, then Batman fans will be annoyed and enraged by him having a backstory. But if he's not, then Gotham fans will be fed up by getting teased. Yeah, I mean, you can never make everyone happy, even though, like, it's very interesting. It drives me, it really annoys me when fans are just like, oh, but the Joker doesn't have an origin story, or blah, 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 blah. But it's like, there has been origin stories in the past. Look at freaking Jack Napier, you know, the Joker in the Tim Burton films. It's like, do people really know anything? I feel like you get these insane fangirls and fanboys who say something, and they say it on my videos all the time, and I just feel like I don't type back to them anymore because it's like a waste of energy. But I don't know, I feel like they're so obsessed to the point where they say something like it's a fact, when you could even argue like a comic book storyline can be, you know, reimagined, just like Gotham's a reimagining. If DC Rebirth got rebooted yet again, they could completely redo the Joker origin or do something different with him, and then what are they going to say then? Like, that's canon? Canon's a very loose word in comic books. I mean, there's some storylines that are definitely canon, you know. Like, well, a lot of people regard, like, Robin, you know, one of the Robins becoming the Red Hood, and just things like that, Jason Todd. Just stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, the more of that story is you can't always make people happy. I don't mind the fact that they've done a Joker backstory. Personally, I love the Heath Ledger approach to that, even though most people argue that Heath Ledger's Joker was like a war vet or something like that. Yeah, the chemical vat has always been a part of the Joker's origin. Everything else has been moved around. This is what I mean. They do shuffle a lot of stuff. But yeah, you get these people who comment in the comment section. It's like, oh yeah, but you can't do this because of this, blah 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 blah. It's like, no, that is not fact. That's just one version of the story. The Joker can have kind of an origin story. The Joker can be reimagined. Why did the Constantine TV get cancelled series? Because it did, and it's not fair. I guess, you know, it just wasn't getting enough views or something like that. It's just really stupid. Oh, Batprat, have you changed your name? I've been your top super chat donator of all time. Remember Batprat. Why did you change your name? No, yeah, I'll add this new name to the next live stream. I'll write that down, to be honest. Where is Two-Face? He's been in well, as for the actor, I'm pretty sure he's still busy on his own show. I honestly haven't looked at it recently, but I did make a video about it. I did make a Two-Face video not so long. Well, it was a little while ago now, actually. But if you go on my videos and just type in Two-Face or Harvey Dent, I did a whole video about where Two-Face is and why he probably won't be coming back into the show, but how much I do want him to come into the show. Stuff like that. So thanks for answering my question, Boba. I hope we'll have to wait and see how this new actor delivers. Yeah. Yeah, the funny thing about superhero movies is some people take them as canon. Yeah, and a lot of fans learn a little bit about Joker or something like that, or a superhero or a villain. They really like them, which is fair enough. Like, some people really, really like a character, but they don't do a lot of research, but they get the most popular known thing or their friend's opinion, and they say, this is canon, this is how it's done. It's just, ugh. I just want to say thank you for 12,000 subscribers, everyone. I didn't realize until today, but we hit 12,000 subscribers. So thank you very, very, very much for that. How can I buy friends? What? But yeah, no, I really appreciate the support. I know I'm not posting like all the time in a minute, but you know, thank you very, very much. Yeah, I would love a Two-Face story arc throughout season 5 of Gotham. If we get a season 5. Your opinion on viewers is amazing. What does that mean? Thank you though. If that's you guys, I mean, my opinion of you guys, if that's what it is I love my fan base. When the glasses come off, I think I took them off towards the beginning. Did you hear about the new teams that are forming in the comics? No, I'm not up to date with the Rebirth ones, believe it or not. I've got a couple of the latest volumes that I need to speed through. My head is hurting from Jerome's storyline discussion. Do I think that the Joker killed Bruce Wayne's parents? Do you think that Joker killed Bruce Wayne's parents? No. Didn't we already get that addressed in like one of the earlier seasons of Gotham? I'm pretty sure Bruce pushed him out a window. This was a while ago now. I changed it because I wanted an authentic name. That's cool, man. I like the new name. How was your new year, dude? It was good, thank you. How's your arm? It is more or less the same, if not worse, but better than what it was a couple of weeks ago. I understand when you want a game, but your arm and wrist stops you from doing that. God, yeah, it is very annoying. All I want to do is game again. Get ready to be bone by win. What if Jerome is not Joker, but like John Doe? He feels something inside of him. Joker trying to break out. Who knows? That could be the way it goes. That honestly just that's the whole. Technically, he is the Joker, but he just hasn't brought that out in himself yet. You know, he's not that person. I think it's either between that, the clone theory, or if anyone has any other theories as to how Cameron Monaghan could still be playing the Joker, just let me know because I'd love to discuss it. I know obviously some people will be watching this on playback, so any more discussions always welcome. But yeah, we can talk about Sophia as well. I think she's going to get obliterated at some point. I really liked her character to begin with, but now I don't too much, to be honest. I'm getting a bit tired of her, but I know she's going to be in at least another 4 or 5 episodes. Why am I rocking back and forth? I really need to get my freaking haircut as well. Thanks for stopping by, Juice. Really appreciate that, man. I'll try stop by one of your streams, except it's pretty late when I join your ones. That's why sometimes I just like fall asleep, and then wake up with the stream ended in the morning. Boba, you fell for her. Sophia's dimples. Yeah, Crystal Reed is beautiful. She really is. No, yeah, hip hop music. I remember seeing your question earlier. I haven't seen the latest episode of Lucifer. Jerome, your idea is pretty solid. I am betting, though, that the comedian on Fish Mooney's staging audition may have been the boy who left the blind dad. And that's when the new Jerome slipped in. You never know. They could do... This is what I mean. They could completely... Why have I need to scroll down. They could completely do something that I'm not even thinking about. Something pretty out there. With a completely different actor. However, I really... Man, if I feel like if they changed Cameron Monaghan from being the Joker, that would be a very, very bad decision. Sphere is awesome. What do you mean she makes everyone squirm? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit tired of the storyline. I don't know. I don't think I just don't want her to be all season long. That's the only thing. I'm happy for a couple more episodes as long as it kind of comes to a close. I want them to concentrate on the Ra's al Ghul, Bruce stuff, and the Jim Gordon to the vigilante stuff, and the Jerome and the villains team up. I feel like the whole Sophia taking over Gotham and stuff like that, I just want that to kind of go away a little bit. Do you think they'll make Victor Zsasz more comic book accurate like in the rest of season 4 and or season 5? I hope so, because a lot of people, the biggest comment on my top 10 villains in Gotham was quite simply one of either two of things like this. I'm quite surprised Victor Zsasz wasn't on your list and somebody else, can't remember who it was, but it's because mainly even though I love the guy who plays Victor Zsasz, and I do even like the character in Gotham, I feel like he's not much like his comic book self. He's just a tool, kind of like Victor Fries or Victor Freeze. They just get ordered around, and it's like, Victor, hey, go shoot this person, or Victor Freeze, just freeze that guy. I want some more character development to them. I know Victor Zsasz got a little bit of that this season. When I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. He just felt bad that Falcone, has passed away. But yeah. But I want more. I want more of, cuts and stuff like that. That kind of storyline. Yeah, Ra's al Ghul will be coming back. He will be coming back. Don't worry about that. As for how he comes back, I think it's maybe something to do with Barbara. Let's scroll up a little bit. No spamming, Decalibrate. I really appreciate that message, man, but don't spam it over and over and over and over again, because people will get mad. Thoughts on what has been teased about Edward Nigma? Sorry for asking this so many times. Alias, don't apologize, my friend. It's just sorry if you can hear my cat. As for Nigma, I think I did hear about, like, he teased a couple of things on his Instagram story with, like, fitting in latex, something that helps you fit in latex suits and stuff. So people were wondering if he will get, like, the Riddler kind of, skin tight suit. I don't know how I feel about that, but I really hope they kind of make a good kind of go of that if they are attempting it. But as for what happens to Nigma, I think he's going to work with Penguin again, because they will be kind of forced to work with each other with this whole big villains teamwork lineup they're doing. But they will only ever be brought together through mutual benefit in the future. It'll never be friendship again. But as what else was happening for Riddler, the story with Lee Tompkins, I don't know how I feel about that. It's just like, don't do a love story there, but you never know. Maybe if you stream one more time without me getting notified, I swear. Well, you should have notifications on, but maybe you do. Who knows? I'm sorry, Battle Mode, that you feel that way. Honestly, I don't do it intentionally. I'm just literally reading whatever, like, catches my eye. Do you think Cameron, for example, I'm just reading this out, I have no idea what it says until I read it. Do you think Cameron is mad about the constant changes as to who he is? Honestly, I have no idea. He could be under the surface, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure that he works closely with what they say about his character and where it's going, so I'm sure he's kind of happy with it. When does Gotham start again? Can you please shout me out? Well, Alan Potes, you asked that. I guess that's a shout out. Gotham is coming back March 1st, so keep your eye out for March 1st. I hope we get to see a possible mid-teen Bane soon. I need to do a Bane video. A lot of people are asking me about that, but I just don't know how I feel about it. Like a younger Bane coming to the show. I don't know if it will work. But I will look into that a bit more. Do you think we'll ever see Bruce in a real Batsuit? No. I think that would always be the idea, maybe, if they ever got to a long season run, but I don't think Gotham will make it that far. Let's see what James said. Theory, Oswald somehow comes for Victor for betraying him. Victor gets angry because he's obviously close to Falcone a certain way when he slows. Yeah, that would, right, even though it's pretty dark, that would be a way to do it. I think Victor might have a way, something to do with killing Sophia Falcone, though, when he finds out that it was actually her. Yeah, Cameron was also just doing his job. Actors don't have too much say at the same time. How long has Boba been live? I have been live, Super Phantom 100, for 44 minutes and 54 seconds, apparently. I hope Jerome teams up with Butch Grundy. Yeah, the thing is, guys, there is going to be a massive villains team up, I think, with Jerome at the helm. So it's going to kind of be a loose adaptation of the long Halloween storyline. You can pick that up, but honestly, when they say loose adaptation, it will be a loose adaptation. So don't take that comic book as, that's going to be the storyline, because it's not. They're just taking things from it, like the villain team up, like characters like Sophia Falcone even being in this season, as as like a thing, as an inspiration. Lloyd Wildwolf says, what if Jerome and Bruce fight again? Then Bruce hits Jerome with something really heavy that makes Jerome even more crazier. You never know, that could happen. But I think Jerome and Bruce will be head to head again at some point this season. Mule Kick Media says, which Gotham villain that we have only seen a small glimpse of do you want to see return in a bigger role? Man, that's a good question. What Gotham villains? Man-Bat would be cool. I think we got teased with Man-Bat a while back. That would be cool if they did something more of him, but I don't know if they'd be able to execute that well. I'm trying to think of other ones. If you can remind me of any other small ones. But yeah, I remember Man-Bat in the early days when they really advertised the freaks. That would be cool. But they kind of seem to have dropped metahumans quite a bit. Yeah, Headhunter has come back. Headhunter is coming back to the show, just for all those who don't know. See you later, Frey. Thank you for joining the stream. How do you think Jerome and Penguin are going to escape from Arkham? That's a very good question. Very good question. And I honestly don't know the answer. I don't know if they'll get any outside help. But I think maybe... I always like the idea of, Jerome being charismatic in Arkham as well, and a lot of the inmates are following him, so they might overrun the guards and get out that way. That would be pretty cool. I think that's perfectly capable of happening, but I don't know if it will be that simple. But you never know. If you guys got any suggestions about how Jerome and Penguin are actually going to escape, because that's how I think Jerome's going to go away for a couple of episodes. I think they're going to be in Arkham for a couple of episodes. And when Penguin gets out, Jerome might be away until we see him again, or every now and again until he's back in the suit that we've seen on Twitter and stuff like that. Zamora, sorry, but I've got to go. I need to do some homework before I go to sleep. No worries, Zamora. Good luck with your homework. When will we get the bat signal in Gotham? Probably never, or maybe the last episode, but we're probably not ever going to get that far. The bat signal, it will be happening when Bruce Wayne has become Batman, and he's far from the Batman right now. What, the 5-channel crossover rumor? What, with Black Lightning or something? I don't think that will be happening anytime soon. Who's your favorite Joker actor? As cliche as it is honestly Heath Ledger. The Dark Knight trilogy really, really shone for me when I was a kid. And I fanboyed out many a time over Heath Ledger's Joker. Ivy might get Penguin and Jerome out with her green world. You never know. Ivy could probably, if she has some powers, do that. I think she probably will have powers this season. So I never liked Heath Ledger's Joker. Wow, you don't even like him remotely. That is very... everyone, each to their own. A metahuman transforms into Jerome and kills Jerome, then becomes a Joker. I wouldn't want the Joker to be a metahuman in Gotham, even in the comics, to be honest. That's just me personally. Alan Potos says, my favourite Joker is Jared Leto's. Fair enough. I hope you don't get butchered in the comment section. I like Jared Leto's Joker. I don't like him a lot, but I do like him. I don't not like him. Like a lot of people hate him. Do we see villains teaming up to kill Batman in the future? Yes, we do. Like if you're referring in the comics, there's been many times when all the villains, or villains band up or partner up together to try and, get him or take the Batman down. Do I think Gotham will do the 3 Joker storyline? You know what? I really don't like 3 Joker storyline. I want there only to be one. I don't like 3 of them. I don't like it. Everyone, that's another popular comment I see all the time. Maybe Gotham are doing the 3 Joker storyline, and Jerome was just kind of technically one of them. I don't like that. I want there to only be one Joker versus one Batman. There only to be one dude, you know? One personification of craziness. Yeah, that is one thing I appreciate about the Jared Leto Joker as well. He was new and different, a very modernized gangster kind of Joker with like the world we're in today. I mean, you could argue that you can completely not be that type of Joker, but yeah, that's the type of Joker that could be completely birthed. So I definitely see what they were trying to do with Jared Leto's Joker. Jalen, thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next stream or the next video. Thank you again for helping modding and stuff. And some of your comments were great as well. And ideas. Do you think we will get another trailer soon? I think we won't get one until maybe February. But you never know. I think we're going to get maybe a white band again for the Jerome stuff. Before March 1st. They like to hype up Joker. They like to get their ratings, and that is one way of doing it. A red band or a white band trailer. Toxic Gamer. Oswald and Jerome will not escape Arkham together because there's a leaked video of Harvey and Jim and Lee and Ed. Yeah, the thing is, I think they might escape. I know what you're referring to in terms of seeing Ed and Riddler together. What I'm on about, Penguin and Riddler together. However, that doesn't mean that Jerome and Penguin didn't escape together and then, Jerome just goes his own separate way, gets the villain team up going. But yeah, you never know. You never know. Oh, Mark Hamill is absolutely freaking fantastic as the Joker. Absolutely fantastic. He's a definitive Joker voice for me, of course. Any new behind the scenes information? I don't think I'll talk about it in this stream just because I know some people don't want to be spoiled by whether they're kind of paparazzi, not paparazzi, just the press kind of taking photos and stuff, which is kind of fairly spoilery on some things. Harvey Dent, I completely agree. Harvey Dent should come back to the show. Because I wouldn't mind at all. I've said this before. If they did Harvey Dent already in Gotham, I think it would work over a season kind of long story arc. They've already made freaking Harvey an assistant district attorney or the district attorney. So I don't think Bruce Wayne's gonna be best buds with him unless he's in his 20s. So yeah. I'm thinking of doing Teespring merch. Somebody said we need some Boba merch. I think I'm going to do that when I start posting videos regularly again. At the minute, I've got a Patreon in terms of supporting me. Or just super chats. And that's what is on the screen there. But I know lots of people have said, well, to my surprise, which is awesome. But I need some designs and just something I can put on a shirt or a coffee mug. I would buy a coffee BobaTalks mug. Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to just slap BobaTalks onto a hoodie because I don't know. I feel like that would disappoint a lot of people. What do you think is going to happen to Bruce's clown from Pinewood? What do you mean? Because I'm completely lost there. Do you think Mad Hatter will ever get his comic suit? Maybe, but I don't know if Mad Hatter is coming back. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, quite possibly. I feel like they've already quite heavily done the whole Mad Hatter thing. Boba, can I send in some design ideas? I'm an artist. T-shirt ideas. That would be very much appreciated. If anyone wants to possibly ever send me anything digitally, just email me at bobatalks@gmail.com. I think it's in the description. But yeah. Clone. Wait, we mean Bruce's clone? Oh right, I was gonna say I was really confused then. I've seen some comments, by the way. If you don't read this, then you're blind. About Bruce's clone being the Joker. I really don't like the idea of that. That they're not gonna do that. That would be, imagine Batman our Bruce Wayne going up against a guy who looks just like him one day. I don't think so. But no, Flame Alligator, just if you have any ideas, I may very well use your idea on my shirt if you want to contribute anything. Or even if it's just some artwork, I always appreciate it. So, Nova Comics, I wish that you could become a full-time YouTuber. Me too. I wish I could make videos all the time. But my hands don't necessarily let me. How would the Gotham writers Cameron do it, make Joker different from Jerome? Would he behave differently? I think he will just be a bit... I think he'll just take on a persona. It will just be just as crazy, though, I think, if not more. But it'd be very much so the same if Cameron still is the Joker. That is the thing. A cult of Jerome will break them out of prison. I did think that one time. The cult is technically still out there, but you could argue, why didn't they break him out already? Do you want me to donate $1 million? Go for it. That would sort me out for life. Comic edits, please answer. What happened to Jerome's cult? Will they return this season? You would have to think that there would be some aspect of it, but I don't know if they're going to do it. I feel like they might drop it. Don't ask me why. I feel like it would be a bit too overpowered if they brought on the full force of the cult again this season. So I think they might reference it, but I wouldn't rely on it being a fully fledged storyline like last season. Thank you very much, Flame Alligator. I really appreciate design ideas, buddy. But yeah, my email is usually just somewhere on my YouTube channel or somewhere in the description. David, welcome to the stream. I'm probably going to end the stream in a few minutes, so just to let you guys know, we're approaching the hour mark. See you later, Ibrahim, bro. Ibrahim. I don't know. I don't want to butcher your name. Well, I'm sorry. I don't even have $1 million. I'm pretty sure most of us don't even have $1 million. Don't worry about it. If Gotham gets to season 5, do you think Harley Quinn then? I don't think they're gonna do Harley Quinn on the show anymore. Flame Alligator, buddy doesn't mean calling someone buddy doesn't mean just male. At least that's the way I understand it. But yeah, I'm sorry if you took offense to that. But I guess, could you look at buddies just like a masculine term or like reference? I don't know. You looking forward to Black Lightning as always, Kit Kat Ashton as always. What do you think of Cameron being Carnage in the MCU? I definitely think he's capable of doing it, but I don't know if he'll get cast. Pat Ryder, you could call me buddy. Pat is a buddy. She is a Boba buddy. I need to what's it? I will do a poll soon, guys. Don't worry about it. I've said this a million times, but about like the BobaTalks fan base name. Like, I know loads of people like want Boba Nights and stuff like that, so I will do a poll for whatever, is the most voted one will be the official names that we might put on merchandise one day. I don't know. What color is your cat? I've got a couple of cats. One is black and white, one is grey. It's like a Bengal, so it's like a sort of like a leopardy kind of cat. Hope we see Calendar Man on Gotham. That is one of the most requested villains to come on. The Talkers. No, I do like that. The Boba Talkers. Last week I thought the whole series of Black Lightning was on Netflix. No, yeah. I think I remember that was you who said that. Do I prefer cats to dogs? No. I'm very much so a dog bloke. What's up, Jim Gamer? Unfortunately, the stream is ending in a minute, guys. So we'll keep it at a nice hour length. But I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining the stream. I want to say thank you to Decalibrate for donating £1. I really appreciate that. The listeners. I like that. Do you think Deathstroke or Deadshot will ever show up on Gotham? Well, definitely not Deathstroke, because I don't think he can be used on TV at the minute. For Deadshot, no, like all that stuff. I think villains like that or anti-heroes won't be. Those are the kind of characters that I don't think can be introduced early. Imagine like an early Deadshot. I think it just wouldn't work. Personally, Netflix and Boba. You should have a shirt with Jerome or Joker's purple lips with the words "the talkers" in between. That's a pretty cool idea. Thank you very much, Jim Gamer. I appreciate that. Or bye, Boba. We'll work on T designs and get them to you in a few days. Full renders. That is absolutely fantastic. I really, really appreciate that. I'm dead excited to see whatever you come up with. But don't feel like you have to do it at the same time. Take your time with it. So you know. But yeah, if we can get some designs going, I'll definitely put it on Teespring, and we can get some like hoodies going or some shirts or something. The Cult of Boba. I like that. I like that. Legendary Speed Force. Hey, BobaTalks. It's me, Scarlet Speed Force. I'm back, but on my second channel, by the way. How are you? I just came to stop by because my time is super limited. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by, Legendary Speed Force. You came right at the end of the stream though, but I am well, thank you. I hope you are as well. I love designing for my favorite things. I really appreciate that, Flame Alligator. But yeah, I think that is it, guys. If you have just arrived at the stream, I'm sorry, but don't worry. I will make this stream available for playback like a normal video. Should be up in like an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. YouTube just takes a little while to process it. But I think that is everything. I think I have a new Flash video coming out tomorrow. But apart from that, guys, I just want to say thank you again for joining the stream. Thank you for 12,000 subscribers. And I will be posting more videos soon. But yeah, thank you for everyone who joined. And if you're watching this on playback, thank you for getting this far in the video. But goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, Jurassic Dog. Goodbye, Kit Kat. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next stream or the next video. Goodbye.